Hey everybody, Derek here from Badgerland Burning. Today we're doing another smart bird feeder review, and this is the Lyfreen Smart Eye Recognition Bird Feeder. The packaging is very similar to some of the other smart bird feeders we've reviewed. Always funny that these things, this has like a blue and gold macaw on it. You got your cardinal, like you're off to a good start. And then there's like a hummingbird over here for regular bird feeder. And then you got your blue and gold macaw over here. I'm just like, what are we doing? But anyways, we're gonna open it up and see how it works and give it a test. I like this packaging, how it has this handle that just kind of pops up. So we got foam, and then the whole unit looks like it's pretty much together. So in the bottom there's some components too. Like I don't know how much we'll actually have to set up. It looks like in here there's a solar panel on the top. So we got this right here. So with some of the other ones that had like an external solar panel you could get, and then the feeders in the middle, it looks like maybe a little more room for seed up top. This pops up. This already came off, so, but it just pops back in. Doesn't necessarily feel like super sturdy plastic, so with some of our others I can see things, you know, chewing it. And then this is the camera here. So, oh, this has the film on it. Hopefully this one's satisfying too. Ooh, that's nice. So that's our camera. And then I'm assuming it plugs in here. And then we got some foam. So pretty cool. Really excited to test this out. Let's look at some of the other components real quick. So we got our main feeder here, and then this is, ooh, drill stickers. So like you would use these to help figure out where you're gonna drill holes if you're doing like a permanent mount. So this must be this, like the thing you put on the post, and then you put the feeder on. It does come with its own micro SD card, it seems, which is nice. Sometimes they don't, so I always appreciate it when they include a micro SD card. And then we got this might be like a tripod mount or something. We got mounting screws and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I kind of like the green in there. Then we got our cable, and then our user guide. So awesome. I am pumped. Thanks so much to Lyfreen for sending this over. Let's get this bad boy up and see what we get at it. I don't think we're going to get any blue and gold macaws, which is too bad, or hummingbirds, but hopefully we'll get some local native species. I charged the feeder the night before, and then inserted the micro SD card, and decided to mount the camera on a board. I drilled 4 holes using the template stickers and inserted the plastic screw anchors before attaching the screws to the stand and wood. Thinking it seemed sturdy enough, I only attached the top and bottom screws. Neat! This. So it looks like on the top, on here, you can add screws to prevent squirrels from opening up the top. I'm not too worried about that right now, but if you want to do that, you can. So now I'm going to scan this and set up the app. It's called Bird Lover. So we'll let this download real quick. I paired the feeder to my phone and Wi-Fi network, which did take a little bit of time, but eventually I got it to work. I leaned the board against the porch and started filling the feeder with seeds. Here we are, set up and ready to go. Because I have it mounted on this board, it is kind of at an angle. And this is kind of annoying because if you get seeds stuck in here, then it doesn't want to close. But it's up, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully some cool birds, hopefully it's able to identify them for us. We had our first bird, it's a blue jay, and the picture quality looks really nice. It looks like it'll tell you when motion's detected. and then it'll take pictures. So not sure if I can get it to take videos too. Okay, so I can see the stream, it's capturing pictures. The app seemed to send you a notification when motion was detected and would take a photo, but in order to record video, take additional pictures, or use the AI feature, you had to be watching the stream and click the buttons manually. There was also a one-way talking option and a squirrel alarm. So we had a little bit of a catastrophe overnight. We had the first snow of the season. I came out, I thought I was recording, apparently I wasn't. And the camera was on the ground, detached from the board, so I came and got it. Looks like the little things came out of the wood. So these came out from the board. So I probably should have mounted it heavier. I don't like that we're getting some water in here. So I'm gonna go get the cover to put it on. But the main thing is that somebody chewed the back open. So weirdly enough, this is not chewed on at all. So they have the 2 screws you can put in there, so I guess I would recommend screwing it on if something's gonna chew it. But I have no idea how it fell. I don't know if it got really windy. I did have it mounted on that board, so you know, I guess I would recommend mounting it on something sturdier. But it is interesting they chewed the plastic. We'll clean it up a bit, get that cover, get those covers back on, and then put it back out. I added the screws to the top and made a few more adjustments before putting the feeder back out. I think I made some serious improvements here. So first of all, I would recommend actually not using the little green things they give and just drilling right into the wood if you're mounting this on wood. So I did this. I flipped this so that instead of being down in an L shape, it's up in an L shape, and I think this will give it some support. So I flipped this over too, and then I lost the 2 plastic pieces, the 2 screws on the front because the plastic broke right here. So I only have 2 on, but it feels really sturdy. And so I did that, and then I drilled these 2 directly into the wood, and now we're really solid. So that looks a lot better. And then I also strapped it up. So even though we had a little damage, I think most of it was probably caused by me not mounting it very well, but I would recommend drilling those screws directly into wood if that's what you're gonna do. Don't use the little green things. I think that's part of the reason why it fell. I thought it'd be stable with 2, but they just pulled right out of the wood. Major improvements. Definitely think about how you're mounting this so you don't run into some of the problems that I did. So we had a chickadee come by, and I pressed the identification button, and it gave me a gray-headed chickadee, which is a way far northern species, and it has accuracy 97.6%. Don't give me that 97.6%. It's definitely a black-capped chickadee, but yeah, so it looks like they're favoring, you know, maybe non-American birds. I'm assuming this wasn't manufactured, or the software wasn't made necessarily like for the US specifically. With a lot of this stuff, if it had you narrow it down to like region, it said like what state are you in or what specific area, it would probably give you a lot more accurate identification, but so far it's 0 for 1 on IDing birds. So I gave it another chance. It had another chickadee, but this time the chickadee stayed a little longer, and it did get black-capped chickadee. Accuracy is 66.1%, so it's like slightly over 50%, sure, but not 75%, but at least it got it right. So that's nice. Smart bird feeder update. Lots of squirrels this morning, but we're still standing. So I think mounting that worked a lot better. One of the things with any bird feeders, if you don't do any kind of squirrel proofing, you're probably gonna get squirrels. So this morning my feed was just like all squirrels. There is an alarm on here, but in our yard, I've had other smart bird feeders with alarms. At first it scared them, but then they just got used to it, so it didn't do anything. But there's still some seed left, so hopefully we get some birds later. I did actually have to turn off the notifications because I was using maps, and the notification just kept popping up. It was like non-stop because of the squirrels. So I'm gonna leave it up just like this and monitor it. It is kind of annoying. If I want to add more seed, I got to bring a screwdriver and take the screws out and try to not lose them in the snow. And you do have to basically be monitoring it to use like the AI. It'll take like the picture when it detects motion, I think. But if we want to like take video and stuff, we got to be watching it. So if you're someone who likes really sitting and having like a feed and you have the time to take the videos, then this is good for you. I would like to test out the AI more, but so far we've only got chickadees when I've been watching it. I've had other stuff come when I haven't been watching it, but let's go back inside. Hopefully we won't get any more squirrels and we can test the AI out on some more birds. Got a squirrel at the feeder. Gonna see if I can yell at him and get him off. It worked. I just did this a minute ago and it was funny. Get off the feeder! It worked. That's hilarious. It must have a pretty good volume. But like, you're not gonna be able to sit around and do this all day. Had a house finch, but he was just too far on... Oh, he's back. Too far on the right side for AI to detect it. Let's try again. He just needs to move over just a tiny bit. Hey, I got house finch! Exciting. Accuracy 34.8%. Honestly, that's pretty impressive that it like... Oh, flew away. That it only had, you know, like just a little bit and it was able to get it. Oh, there's... Oh, geez, squirrel. That was intense. He flew in there. Well, I got a new one for you. I was just talking about how the AI got house finch, and I had a chickadee come, and I pressed the AI button. It says 70% accuracy, 70.1% for swallow-tailed gull. That is terrible. So it's kind of hit or miss here, but it's definitely not a swallow-tailed gull. We had another chickadee, and it got black-capped chickadee, so, you know, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. Here are some of the other unique birds that the AI thought came to the feeder, but were incorrect. Smart Bird Feeder update. It's the next day and we actually got some really cool stuff this morning. There's house sparrows on the feeder right now, which they're non-native, but it's still cool to see them. We're not getting rid of them at this point, so it's neat. I'm recording them right now. Looks like they're kind of fighting with each other. Stop that recording. It says record failed. I wonder why. Let's try one more. Okay, that one's saved. Snap some pictures. So in history this morning we had house finch and then European starlings, which is pretty cool. Cardinals, wow, they're really fighting. And then we had a blue jay. Then we had a chickadee in the night vision mode, so before the sun came up at 6:25, or as the sun was coming up, so that's really neat. Cool to see the birds using it. I think it's pretty low, and so I think the squirrels are kind of like, it's not worth my time right now, and the house sparrows are just going out there. But the AI did get house sparrow. So like I said, it's hit or miss, but I wouldn't, don't trust it that whatever it says is what the bird is. Make sure you're doing your own research, or at least have some prior knowledge. We'll try one more time with the AI. Come on. House sparrow, 71.2%. Wow, it is really snowy right now. Another issue though is when it's gloomy out like this, like it is a lot in the winter, our solar panel's not charging, so we're at 22% battery. So if the sun doesn't come out in the next couple of days, which it's not supposed to, I'm gonna have to bring it in and charge it. After testing out a couple different locations, here are some of the pictures and videos I was able to capture with the Smart Bird Feeder. Some final thoughts on the Smart Bird Feeder. Really cool to try out. The solar panel did die because it was really snowy and gloomy for like 5 days. And so I actually just left the setup up, and then when the sun came out, it did start to charge it back up again, but not that much. So as we get more sun today, hopefully it'll charge up more, but I did have an issue with the gloomy weather. Overall, really need to see the images and the videos that you're able to capture with this. I think a lot of the mounting issues I had could have just been fixed if I just screwed directly into the wood, which is what we ended up doing for 2 of them, and I haven't had issues with it since. I would recommend using the screws on the top to make sure that squirrels don't chew it, or put it on like a squirrel baffle or something like that. Having the screws on there did make it kind of annoying to have to come out with a screwdriver and try not to lose the screws in the snow. So maybe just make sure you squirrel proof it, get it in an area that's close to the Wi-Fi router. And it looks like maybe if you get like cloud storage, you can get it to take videos automatically. Right now it's just taking photos. And so a lot of the stuff that you do, like telling it to ID a bird, there's the Canada goose flying over. Actually a big flock. A lot of the cool stuff, like using the AI features, which, you know, it was pretty off on a lot of the AIs, so definitely, you know, don't trust everything it says it's identifying as true. But you have to like be watching it to do it. So you have to be watching it to have it take video or take pictures. It'll take the one picture when there's motion or when it thinks it detects a bird. But a lot of it is you have to be watching it. So if you have a lot of time to watch, then that's great. Maybe if you do get like the cloud storage or something, you can set it up to take videos automatically. I wasn't able to figure it out, at least if you're able to do it without it. But really cool nonetheless. What do you guys think? If you'd like to purchase the Lyfreen Smart Bird Feeder, check out the link in the description below. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.